Nick, who's more deserving of MVP, Jokić or my name is Luka?
Yeah, so this to me is really interesting because it shows the power of media narratives. And the media decided that Luka was, I guess, ineligible for this award because he had a slow start to the season. And so now he's 33-1. He's the 8th best odds, despite the fact I'd love to hear the case from anyone on this panel or anyone in the sports world as to why, if let's take Embiid out of it, because I think Embiid has a great case. I think Giannis has a great case. But of our two itch brothers, Jokić and Dončić, someone make the case as to why Jokić is having the better season. Has his team been better? No. But Luka's teammates they are? Luka has better teammates around him? Are we sure? His best teammate the last few years, Tim Hardaway Jr., is shooting less than 40% this year from the field, not from three, but from the field. Luka scores more. He passes. He's a better passer. Oh, my God, how can you say that? Because he is. Now, but Jokić is the best passing center since Walton. Yeah, that's true, but Luka's still the more effective passer. Now, Jokić does rebound better. Neither one's a great defender. Jokić, of course, is a little more efficient, I think, because typically, his big man going to be more efficient. Who do you trust more in a big game? Who do you trust more in the playoffs? Who do you think has a better chance of carrying their team to the NBA Finals? The answer is Luka. And so this is, again, we're in the same place we were last year, where because everyone is falling all over themselves to anoint Nikola Jokić, Broussard, to a level just above where he is. Last year I said, hey, he's an MVP candidate, but I think Chris Paul's the MVP. And then, imagine my embarrassment when Chris Paul played Nikola in the playoffs and swept him. Bye, see you later. It's like the year before, he played Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis said goodbye in 5 games. So, what is the argument that Jokić deserves it over Luka? I'd like to know. What is it? What am I missing?
All right, Nick, you continue time and time again. I can go back years to whenever we talk MVP, you're always bringing up postseason stuff. Postseason doesn't matter. It is a regular season award. It doesn't matter that Chris Paul beat Denver in the playoffs last year. That has nothing to do with MVP.
Validation.
I proudly, with chest, with base, voted for Nikola Jokić last year as the MVP.
You better not do it again.
Now, I'll give you this. Those odds, Luka should not be 8th. I'll put him ahead of Booker. I'll put him ahead of DeRozan. And I'll put him ahead of Steph right now, who's not having the greatest season by his standards. So I do think Luka's getting the short end of the stick. And Embiid right now is my MVP. However, Jokić is higher on the list than Luka. He is. Now,
why?
Number one, we got the statistics. We got the statistics first. And take a look at these.
Okay, yeah.
Jokic's are better virtually across the board. Okay, slightly scoring, you got Luka. Obviously rebounds, assists, virtually even.
Yeah.
Field
Points
goal
and
percentage.
assists.
You mentioned, you said because of he's bigger, so his field goal percentage is better. Well, why is his 3-point percentage better? And we don't even have free throw percentage up there, which is much better for Jokić.
Free throw percentage.
And look at the
It's
PER.
a big MVP metric.
Nick, Jokić has the greatest PER in the history of the sport. NBA, ABA, BAA, whatever. He has the greatest PER in the history of the sport. Here's the second thing. You look at the team's records, they're separated by 1 game. Okay? Neither of them has a great supporting cast. However, at least Luka has played all season with another 18-point score. First it was Kristaps Porzingis. Now it's Spencer Dinwiddie. And then Jalen Brunson is giving them 16 a night. Jokić does not have another player, a teammate, averaging 15 points a game. Nobody else on the Denver is averaging 15 points
14.
a game. His second and third best players, Monty Morris. That's who you're going to war. Monty Morris. His
with
second
Jalen
and
Brunson.
third best players have been out all season. And then here's the last thing, Nick. Here's the last. You want an argument? I'm giving you an argument. The last thing. You mentioned it. You mentioned it yourself. Oh, Luka started the season poorly. He had a slow start. Yeah. All right. And Jokic didn't. Jokic has played tremendously from day one to day whatever it is now. All right. He's been tremendous the whole year. Luka started slow, came in out of shape. Yes. And you nitpick, and that's a nit that's going to hurt Luka because Jokic has been great all year. So Jokic should be ahead of Luka.
But the point is this. You got to look at it like it's a long horse race around the track. And there is no argument that Jokic at the quarter mark was way ahead of Luka. But then the half mark, it's like, oh, Luka's gaining ground. And at the 3-quarter mark, it's like, oh, my God, Luka. Is Bob Baffert training him? He's pulled ahead. It's not that, oh, he was trailing, so now he can't do it. Like the idea, you showed me the numbers. And their numbers are, listen, Joker Wilds does have better numbers, except for the whole scoring points and creating points. In that regard, Luka's better, and the whole helping your team win, his team's won more. But listen, I mean, but aside from that, I agree. You didn't even show me his adjusted VORP and his BPM. One game. Listen, man, all the games matter. Go ahead, Wilds. All games matter.
All right.
That's my slogan.
You started this fight talking about the power of media narratives. One thing that you were on big was end of the All-Star game. Oh, Joker didn't play. How can you be MVP if you don't even close the All-Star game? And I said, oh, that's a nice little contained take for first things first. Then look what Denver Twitter feed. But he didn't close the All-Star game in the clown emoji. I'm not saying that they were adding Nick Wright, but do you think that now the narrative has changed where it's like there's a little bit of like no one believes in the reigning MVP. He's the reigning MVP and an underdog at the same time. I fear that you're giving him more power, Nick, not less.
No, listen, I do believe that he might win it. And I believe that, if we don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it. Because I've been down this road before. Oh, my God. Did you guys hear that honking in the distance? That was Steve Nash. Because we're playing his song of a guy that's going back-to-back MVPs, and everyone's going to say, oh, Jesus, how did we let that happen? I'm telling you right now, I'm going to try to do it off the top of my head. Brew, you tell me if I'm missing anybody. Back-to-back, there it is, Steve Nash honking his horn. Back-to-back MVPs, NBA history, okay? And tell me which one sticks out like a sore thumb and where you think if Jokic wins it, he's going to fall into. And I know all the NBA Twitter's going to kill me. Oh, you can't do this. It has nothing to do with it. Of course it matters. The history matters. So here they are. Giannis, pretty good. Steph, like him. LeBron, oh, yeah, that'll work. Tim Duncan, okay, yeah, of course. Steve Nash, let's put him over here. And then let's go a little further back. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the eternally underrated Moses Malone, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell. So that's 11 guys, I think, or 12 guys. 11 of them are Pantheon all-timers. Another one of them is Steve Nash. It's like, oh, it's fun. That's interesting. We've never seen someone do it like this before, and we never think he can win the title. Which, I'm just curious, do you think Nikola Jokic, if he wins this, is going to be with the Pantheon guys, where the worst player is Moses Malone, or he and Steve Nash are going to be in that, back-to-back MVP club? Like, yeah, I don't know how we got in this room, but it's pretty cool.
You're severely underrating Jokic. Jokic is phenomenal, and historically,
he's Moses Malone.
You don't know where he's going to end up. Well, let's see where he ends up. All right, because Moses didn't do a ton of winning outs either, right? He won his one championship with Dr. J. He got to the finals, I know. So I'm just saying, like, don't sell Jokic short. And the fact is,
can I just ask one more question?
Steve Nash deserved those MVPs. We deserved them those years. Should we look at it and say, you know what? He's not historically as great as these other guys that have won it back-to-back, so let's not vote for him. He deserved it.
Don't justify your Nash votes.
And I don't think Jokic is the MVP right now. Jokic is not the MVP right now.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.